What is up, YouTube? Shvantar here to talk about Shokugeki no Soma, chapter 203. Now, basically, this chapter comes down to is the results of the exam and how that went down and who won. Now, with the way that Grandpa here was going to do the judging here, kind of caught me off guard. He said he wasn't going to try the dish. He's like, oh, I would like to, but that's not how it's going to go. You two are going to try each other's dishes. So at first I thought, is Saizuma maybe kind of going to favor Erina? But that'd be totally out of character if he did that. So it threw me off for a second, but I was like, okay, no, that's not the case here. Basically, they have to try each other's dishes. They both try them. Megumi and Aldini try Soma's and Erina's, and then so on and so forth. They eat them, and you know, I thought it was a little funny that how the girls weren't the ones that didn't get like stripped. It was kind of like the guys who kind of lost some of the clothing. Something different there. Like, it's always balanced out, but I was expecting, you know, for a chance to see Erina and Megumi in like the same panel, like, ah, and they're like naked and stuff like that. But no, it was the guys. They lost a little bit of the clothing. It wasn't like a complete strip though. And I'm like, okay, something different. Now, here's the thing that I was kind of hoping to see. I wanted to see what would happen if Saiba and Dojima tried each other's foods. Like, if that would have been the same result of the chapter, I would have, like, I think that would have been some good comedy too. I was like, oh, come on, why aren't you guys trying each other's food? What the fuck? I was like, I want to see more comedy between these two, because these two characters, their friendship is so hilarious and such good comedic relief. But basically, they try each other's food. They kind of like break it down, and then they end up pointing to each other on who they thought won, and they both admitted defeat and saying like, oh, you guys are the better chefs. And basically the rest of the chapter is them out complimenting each other because they think that their opponent did better than them, and they're like kind of dissing each other down, and they're dissing themselves down and saying, oh, you're better than me, you're better than me. And that, which was basically the whole point of this chapter. That was what Saizuma was going for. Now, here's the thing, that it really helps with the character growth when you have them realize what kind of partners you have in this match that's going to come up in Shokugeki. They realize I got a powerful team now, because they're like amazed at how they both did with each other. Erina, it's kind of funny, like they were complimenting Erina like crazy because she was doing the grilled steak, and she's like, man, fuck you guys are just making fun of me now, man. And it was like just hilarious, because this whole arc has been about not just saving Totsuki, but like Erina's slow progression towards her being free from her father. And it just shows how great her character development has been. It's been like natural, and it has been fucking forced. I love it. I love that this chapter, like, her character is not being fucking forced. Everything is not forced with this with the manga, because everyone is growing little by little. Now, here's the thing, is that will this be enough to defeat the Elite 10? Because I think, okay, maybe if you could give the advantage to this team, it's that they have some cohesion, but I'm not exactly sure if that's the case, because the Elite 10, they didn't just get there just out of nowhere. They've been through it. They've been through what they have done. I wouldn't be surprised if we have Elite 10 members who have just as close of a bond as they do, and have just as great chemistry as they do, if not maybe more. They've been with each other a lot longer, and I'm pretty sure they've faced off against each other. I'm pretty sure they've gone through the same arcs, the same stories that these guys have gone through. So I'm not exactly sure if they're still going to have the advantage. It's a huge hurdle for them to jump over. Now, a lot of things that I think has been going through my mind, it's that Erina is looking at Soma and Yukihira as an example of like a father and son duo, and she was like amazed at how like selfish Soma was, and her granddad tells her like, oh, he's your father, why don't you be selfish with him? Basically, we know Erina still has a bit of an ego, and her dad has got a big ass ego. At least like have something in common and be egotistical together, as if try and find some common ground with your dad, be more confident. But the thing is that it's going to take time because of the shit he put her through, and all the cooking, and her like trying those foods, and him being like hypnotizing, and like it kind of, to me, in my opinion, it's like felt a little bit like verbal and mental abuse, in my opinion. I think that guy should be in jail, but whatever. I mean, it's a lot to ask of Erina, but it's a slow progression for her to tell her dad like, listen, this is who I am, or this is how I'm going to cook, and I'm going to put my dish in front of you like this. And this chapter was just overall pretty good. The comedy, always on point. I don't have to worry about the comedy when it comes to Shokugeki no fucking Soma. Oh my god, Saiba and Dojima, like, he's like, huh, that was a great result. And then, like, Dojima's like, I'm pretty sure I was pissed off about something. Those two, I want to see a lot more of that. This guy's hilarious. I want to see how they interact more with Azami, too, because those three are, like, an interesting duo. They have, like, a pretty cool backstory. What else? Oh, Erina and her with the whole Yukihira shipping thing. I'm pretty sure this is how the shipping's gonna go down between Aldini and Megumi and Soma and Erina. That's how I think. I keep saying it every video, but yeah, I think looks like a done deal. The art and the illustrations was pretty hilarious. You had Dojima doing the drums, and you had Megumi and Aldini working the band, and then you had Team Saiba who were painting, and it just looked fucking hilarious. The comedy was just golden. Like, you have Aldini's like, hey, you won, deal with it. It's like, who the fuck made you boss? It's just the characterization between the two, all the character development we've had with these characters in the past, it works so well and it's so cohesive, and they just continue to grow. The author is constantly finding a way to grow these characters. They're like, hey, you guys have a pretty strong fucking team. Don't underestimate yourselves. This was basically a confidence building chapter for them. All cohesive, and I love that. Great build up, and I'm going to be a little sad if they possibly lose, but I still give the advantage to the Elite 10 because I still think they probably have just as good as cohesion, because they didn't just, get to the Elite 10 just out by sitting on their asses. So, great chapter. 4.5 out of 5 stars. I'm the Fantar. See you later, guys. Bye.